Alright, this week on Nugget Garage, I've decided to put the turbo under the back. Now the turbo is going to go here. I've made a little spot for it. Did a little bit of a test clean up on the old grandpa is still pretty clean in here. Now I'm just going to make log manifolds. They're going to have V-bands in between. The wastegate I think is going to go off the exhaust housing because I really want low controllable boost in this thing. Same other side, I do log crossover pipe under the back. 3.5 inch, I think we're doing 409 dump pipe. I got a package this week from Golby, so I've got an Elite 2500, 2.5 meter harness, a flex sensor, enough injectors for like 1,000 horsepower, all the adapters, and I think Tristan from WTF Auto is sending me some fuel rails, which I could have made them, but why would I when they already exist?
An awful lot of work.
Alright.
2500 is because you're doing the auto control with it, hey?
Yeah, I want to do the latest firmware version that Haltech released can do trans control with the A340. So prior to that I would have had to use like a CompuShift or a Spitronics or PCS or something to control the gearbox. I don't want to shift this thing manually, it's grandpa, it's supposed to be jump in, turn the key and drive and be lazy.
Yeah.
Alright, cue the montages and stuff. Unit. What was that one?
Was that movement?
Maybe the compressor housing just came off.
Good turbo. Dicks. You love it?
I need to clean them up, eh? Sorry, wheels. Look at that, she's ready to go.
Still good? Still good?
Catches on fire with that stuff.
Rust off. High grade rust loosener. Actually, you've got to clean it. Not even rough. People will be proud. Look at you. Could possibly go wrong. It's like new. You love it? Oh, come on, dude. It's a billet wheel. Working. new. Reconditioned.
So I was playing around with a prototype manifold bit for where the turbo's going to sit, and then I just kind of had a guess at where the flange should be intact together, and it was like pretty much spot on. So
that's it now?
I just took it and welded it, so sorry. But I'll show you how to weld this shit when I do the other three. Yeah. So the idea is we're going to have a wastegate on the exhaust housing. This is the feed in from the other bank, and this is where the next set of cylinders. It's not a complex manifold. We're going to join into each other. So it's kind of like two anchors and manifolds. I was going to start small and step up, and it all comes back down, so I'm trying to make less than 30 horsepower. So I don't really.
Don't need huge pipes.
Packaging and strength. Alright, so we're going to weld these on, throw the turbo back on, have a look at what it looks like.
Sure. Yeah.
Talk about this rough shit here.
Do you want to talk about that rubbish in there?
So the turbo I'm using has like smaller ports than this is the only flanges I can find that would sort of fit the stud holes. So at the moment the gasket doesn't really seal where I want it to. So off camera later I might fill this up and then blemish it back so that the holes are smaller.
That'll work.
It's Nugget. It'll work how it is. Just people get upset about it. Think of the flow, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll never work.
I was trying to make a small thing go into a big hole, which is not what you want. Alright, so I've buzzed those V-band flanges onto that main part of the manifold, so that's pretty much finished. This is the one that I've already made for this side. The process I used to make them, pretty much they're just steam butt weld joints, T-pieces. You've got to shorten the middle one and shorten one side of the end and then shorten the bend a bit to make it all fit. I usually try and get all that lined up perfect, sitting there unwelded, tack it all, and then fully weld the actual runners themselves off the flange plate. That way it can cool down and relax, and then I get that basically sitting flat on the flange plate, weld the flange plate to something so it can't warp, and then fully weld the bottom once it's all sort of sitting there. That tends to stop it from warping. Not that warping's really a big issue on a 3-bolt plate anyway. I also mark the plates because the amount of times I've somehow turned it upside down and welded it the wrong way around, even though I swear I had it the right way up on the bench. Now you can't make that mistake anymore. The turbo, after we cleaned it up, I ended up boring a hole in this is a dual entry turbo or twin entry, and used basically a 10mm drill bit and drilled about 20 holes around, because there's a center ridge that's really hard to, you can't really use a hole saw, or plasma's not wide up at the moment. But anyway, so I did that, used a new burr on the die grinder to get that out to the right size, welded an elbow onto it. This hole set cast is actually pretty nice, it welds really well, which is surprising considering how soft it was when I was grinding it. And while I was there, I cut the existing V-band off the back of it because I didn't have one, and then welded a stainless one to it. That also gave me a bit more room to the strut, otherwise it would have been out here somewhere.
What's all the dump you going? 3.5?
3.5 inch.
3.5 inch dump.
And the wastegate's going to sort of sit high above the tapper cover, or cam cover, and it's going to come down and end in the right angle. I'm not going to go in 90 degrees. I'm trying to go in at about 30 degrees, which means I've got to put a bend off and another bend. It'll be a tight little thing. But I'm hoping that once I get the dump pipe made in the car, I should be able to take this out and put it on the bench and make it out of the car. Alright, go and bolt it on, have a look. Alright, let's bolt this crapper on, eh? So I'm going to basically get these two manifolds bolted up when the engine's out the car and try and weld the V-bands in place so it's all lined up correctly. I've probably made a mistake welding that flange onto this, because even though I had like 1.5 mil of play, I bet you it's going to be in the wrong angle now.
Which flange?
This one here.
Ah.
I was just trying to feel like it was more complete. Pretty complex design, eh?
Isn't it? Well, it's not going to work, bro. Log manifolds don't work. Just wasted all of your time.
I'm pretty sure I didn't want to do 6-to-1 headers on this bloody thing in this space. No way.
Oh, why not?
No. Yeah.
Is it going to work?
As expected.
Is it off a bit? Will it work?
I mean, if we relax it a little bit, it'll probably go in there, but that's not ideal, because then it's under tension. Although, we could just heat the crap out of it a few times, and it might sort itself out, see? Yeah. It'll probably be alright. So, it'll probably change again when I've got all 6 bolts in the manifolds as well. I think there's room down there for 3.5-inch pipes. Oh, yeah. Go 4-inch in there, bro.
4-inch?
It'd be like an XR6 turbo.
It'll be more hectic then.
Yeah.
Put the turb skis on.
Oh. Done. Finished.
Seam already?
I also took that little surge ring out of the compressor cover.
Oh yeah, because heaps of people said to do that.
Yeah. It's going to sound hectic.
It's going to be full sick. Is it going to be full sick or just partially sick? Is there a partially sick?
I don't know, but I reckon it's actually, by taking it out, it's probably made the inlet of the compressor flow worse than when it was in.
So it's not going to be as efficient. So it's going to suck now.
So it's going to be sacrificing performance at the cost of hecticness.
But it'll be fully sick.
I'm just keen to hear the starter motor, I reckon. Ooh. So these were the Tilish wastegates that I wasn't allowed to use on the Supra, because China. So I'm going to put it on this instead. But conveniently, the Turbo Smart Gen V 50 mil bolts in exactly the same spot.
Yeah, because that's what you did with the other one.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, at least it used to.
So, imagine how much good coverage you'd get with your nice shiny Turbo Smart gate sitting up here really high.
Turbo, Dolby gave you one for the Supra last time to replace it, didn't he?
And Turbo Smart gave me one too.
Turbo Smart gave you one.
And they do work nice, and they are. I don't really stress about them, whereas this one will be a little bit
stressy?
Melty breaky, I'm not sure.
That'll be fine.
It's in an easy spot to change. it needs to be over here because the wastegate pipe is going to plumb back into the dump pipe, and realistically the dump pipe needs to head up and over the aircon pipe here. So, you know, if it was any closer, you wouldn't have any room to do it. So it's going to go up there, over here, down there, and we've still got to fit a pipe in yet from the other side, which is going to be down lower as well.
Oh yeah, from the other side manifolds.
Yep. Here's our newly refurbished whole set high performance unit.
I like.
Look at it.
Is that how it's going to be clocked? Because I like the fact that there's a big Volvo badge right on the top.
Pretty much there, I'd say.
Did you look at it?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That all works fine. Now I've just got to do it all again over there. So through the magic of editing, this side isn't done because I have to actually do it. That's what I do.
That's not very magical editing at all.
Magical.
That's probably about the limit of my abilities anyway. So
this side is basically that side, but more boring because there's no turbo hanging off it or anything. So I'm just going to do that in my own time.
do stuff with some things, and then it'll be something.
But the clearance is pretty good. So it's going to be the same deal, 3 to 1. V-band in the middle, and then this side's going to go down here, and there'll be another V-band down there, and then I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use thin wall tube or steam pipe to do the crossover. Probably steam pipe.
Wait, what?
I found some on eBay. Bolts it straight on.
It just happened to be the same V-band.
1GZ Cressida whole set turbo E mounting kit on eBay now. All right, so that's what.
Turbo mounted.
That's the end of
manifolds.
that's the end of this week.
Yep.
We're on holidays at the end of this week, I think. Except for my holidays are now going to be spent tuning other people's cars who can't wait.
Because you don't need
Because we're
days
on
off
holidays.
Anyway. You'll be right.
And this weekend we're going to the skid factory for their Christmas bash,
Yeah.
which should be interesting. Al has this idea that I owe a massage for some reason. So
Yes.
I might try and organise that. He didn't say I had to do it. So
Oh, he didn't either, did he?
no.
Ah.
So I'll see what I can arrange for that. Anyway.
All
So
right.
over the Christmas break we will do more work on this and we'll
Yeah.
film it and there'll be videos and whatnot.
So next will be plenuming. Plenum next,
Plenums.
or well, you've got to hook up.
So
You've got this side done.
with this,
mostly.
I need the fuel rails before I can figure out. You know, I'm going to try and build something off this bottom plate to get me up to a squarish area, and
Yep.
then I'll build a backwards sort of sloping plenum with a throttle body over here. Like I said, Tristan's sending me those rails. They'll probably see them next week, but
Yep.
which is going to be fun because we're not here. They might turn up today or tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Yeah. That'll let me figure out my heights, where my reg's got to be, how much I've got to taper this up. I'm pretty sure it's going to have to be tapered up, then flat on top. And the fuel lines and stuff, we probably won't be able to get over Christmas, and I don't really know what I need yet. So.
Galby should just open his shop for you. And just,
Yeah, I guess he could. Yeah. All right. Well, this is probably our last video for the year too, eh?
No, there'll be one out on Christmas Day.
Oh, will
which it won't be anything overly special because we just happen to have.
Oh, we're driving that car around. You idiots.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can just drive the car around and video that. And
Yep.
give them that for Christmas. Something
Alright.
different. It'll suck, so meh,
No worries.
it's something.
See you next time. Yeah. The light's on the Samsung camera. The light's off the Samsung camera.
Going on here, what do we got?
From WTF Auto. He's in a suburb called Success.
You could
How
die.
is he going to fail? I wonder if he 3D printed this wrapping before he actually did the wrapping. Oh,
WTF Auto sticker.
what the hell is that, Tristan?
What the hell? Oh, dude. Can't show that.
Oh, he's I could have got away with decapping the injectors.
Oh, is he sending injectors? Oh, more stickers.
This is really for his bong. Dear Nuggets, congrats on getting a big boy dog. It's a shame you're putting it in the wrong car.
Oh, rude.
Here's some bits to help you. Thanks, Tristan. I'll keep this a secret, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, don't tell anyone about that. Do you reckon he's got more? I reckon he's got a stash of them or what?
I don't know.
Rails.
Apparently you can decap these and they go like 700 cc.
That's not going enough.
Huh?
Yeah.
There's 12 of them now.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
WTF, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
can make manifolds and stuff. Oh, good job.